Hi, everyone. Just wanted to provide a quick update and some background on how we got here on fundraising and things like that. So when we came back from Guinea-Bissau, and even while we were in Guinea-Bissau, the Lord was speaking to us about America and that, touching America and his desire to see the things that we see overseas, the signs, the wonders, those type things here in America, and that he's getting ready to pour out his spirit. So that's just the Lord has shifted us completely, and the focus has become America. And then the Lord started speaking to us about worship evangelism. So in the background, and some of you know this, by the grace of God, we have some amazing people. Blair Braun is helping my two boys learn the drums. Catherine Lindstedt is helping Avea learn the piano. And Amy Lindstedt is helping Faith learn the guitar. I'm going to be just singing and, speaking when we do this. But the Lord started speaking to us about worship evangelism, and that he wanted to bring his presence through worship and then combine it with some sort of drama and then the preaching of the gospel, where he would accompany it with signs and wonders. Now, as we go out and we minister in churches here in America, I'm not talking just, overseas, the Lord has been moving so powerfully. I mean, we're seeing healings, salvations, deliverances really on a scale like we haven't seen in America. So we believe that that the time for America really is now. So in the background, we've just been practicing, working on learning music, on worship, and just kind of waiting, like, God, how are we supposed to do this? So I felt like the Lord then just was speaking about getting some sort of mobile trailer and going around, because we have a camper that we live in. We have a truck. By the grace of God, we stepped out in faith. We had to buy a new truck. Our last truck blew up. But so we have a camper, we have a truck, and we have the ability to travel across the United States, which, not many people have that ability to be able to like pick up shop and go wherever you go. But to bring a stage. So I was like, God, I have no idea how to do that. And so I asked some friends, I reached out to like Tony Party and some other people, and I said, hey, do you know of anybody that's got a box truck? Or like, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. And all these doors keep closing, and it's like, no, I don't know anybody that has a box truck and, and different things. And we're not saying it's going to be a box truck specifically, but I wasn't going anywhere. So I said, like, God, I need your help. I really don't know how to do this. I'm not the most mechanically inclined guy in regards to, I'm not somebody that's going to naturally go and take a perfectly good box truck and then cut a hole in it and start fabricating it and things. And it's like, I have no idea what I'm doing here with this. So the Lord puts it upon my heart, because we've been home. This is the first time we've been home in 4 years for winter and things, to go to the Assembly of God Evangelist Conference. Financially, it didn't make the most sense for us, but I stepped out in obedience. I go there, and while we're there, I meet this gentleman. They call him up, and this wasn't planned. They just said, hey, Lance, his name's Lance Elves, and his family, Heather and him, they have 5 kids, and they have a ministry out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Their heart is for Africa, but they have a ministry right now, among many things. They have a ministry where they go out with a box truck, share the gospel. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. So the Lord lines me up with this gentleman, Lance and his wife, and we go out to Tulsa. We see how it works. We see that how the box trucks work. We see how the program works. We see just how powerful it is to be able to bring a mobile evangelism unit. When we use the mobile evangelism units in Tulsa, we went to 2 low-income housing places, and I am telling you, like, the presence and the power of the Lord when you go and you do worship, well, and you just preach the gospel. The power's in the gospel. And we've seen many people saved, healed, people delivered. And it was really a confirmation for us that this is one of the next steps for us. We don't like just choose these things because it's like, oh, I think this sounds fun. Or, I remember I was joking around even with my father-in-law one day and was like, I didn't pick like living in a camper. This is something like, oh, I know it would be fun. And, we didn't, but we're trying the best we can to be obedient to what the Lord is calling us to do. And this mobile evangelism stage is part of what we feel. So we go to Tulsa. I don't even remember when this was, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And whatever the timing was, forgive me. We go to Tulsa, and we're on our way home from Tulsa, and someone calls us. I'm not going to divulge it because they want to be anonymous. And we haven't even sent out. We talked a little bit about it, in the impact letter that we sent out for 2024 about, vision for 2025. But we really had nothing firm with it. I think maybe we had, 2 small donations that somebody had sent with us, small in regard to like being able to just buy something. So we went out and in obedience, we opened up 2 more bank accounts. One's for like a sinking fund for the ministry, and one is for these type things, for like capital campaigns and stuff like that. So we were just being obedient, coming home from Tulsa, and this person calls me and basically says, I'd like to offer you a $17,000 donation that I want you to offer to the people as a dollar-to-dollar match. And I'm just sitting there driving home, and I'm like, I think we drove 27 hours in 4 days, and I'm driving home, and I'm like, wow, God, like what was just impossible, as I looked at this bank account with, I don't know what it was, $900 or something in it for this mobile evangelism unit. Now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, without being asked, I didn't go to these people. As most of you know, I don't typically go around unless I feel like I'm supposed to ask somebody, and that happens sometimes. But very rarely will I go to somebody and say, hey, I really wanted to know, will you be a part of this? It's not the conventional way that you're supposed to raise funds, believe it or not. It actually, it doesn't make sense, but it's what God has us doing for this season. It's not very often that I'm going to people and I'm saying, hey, would you get behind this? So this guy comes and he says, I want you to offer the $17,000 dollar for dollar match with your donors and the partners. So that's why I'm coming to you. I want you to understand a little bit of the backstory and how God has like brought this to us. And when we see somebody who comes to us with that and offers such a huge, donation, I look forward to the day that our ministry and our family is making donations of exponentially larger than that. But for us, that's a huge donation. I think we had one very big donation in 2023 that was close to that. It was a little bit more than that, but that's when we were going to Guinea-Bissau. So having a donation of that size come in to us is a confirmation that this is what the Lord wants us to do. So that's why we're coming to you. We're not trying to some sort of weird pressure sales technique, but I want you to see that the Lord's hand is in it. And we believe that this time for America is now. if you look around, the world is in turmoil, and we have the ability as a family, because our family has been traveling already. Our kids are homeschooled. We have a house on wheels, which is, I can't even believe I'm saying that, but that I live in a camper. But we have a camper, and God is going to provide a stage. So the deadline for the donations is the end of this month in April. So I just ask that you pray about it and see what the Lord tells you. And if we all are obedient, we're doing the best we can to be obedient as a family. As you can see, I'm in my home office here because I can't we're living down in Faith's parents' basement, or my mother and father-in-law. And it's just, she's homeschooling, there's 4 kids homeschooling, and not a lot of private time. So I'm out in the truck, as you could see, and we're doing the best we can to be obedient to what the Lord's calling us to do. And we're just asking you to pray about it, and that you would step out in obedience. And let's see what God does here. I can't wait, because I already know it's coming. Because like when you see his hand, even like the Guinea-Bissau thing, how we got sent and how God paid for the ridiculous bill to go to Guinea-Bissau, it's like you know it's coming, and I can't wait for us all to be able to see when we're traveling around the country, when we're ministering, even at the RV campgrounds. This isn't just going around and building up churches and things like that. This is going to give us the ability that when we travel and we go to RV campgrounds, there'll be two RV sites. We'll have one with our house, the truck and the camper, and we'll have one with the mobile evangelism unit, whether that's a truck in a portable stage or a box truck. And then while we're there, we'll be able to have a full-blown mini crusade and share the gospel, and people are going to get saved all across the entire country. And we're going to have the ability, because we have a house and because we have that, to be able to go wherever he sends us. And I believe he's going to send us to places that are going to be so wild, so out of the box. We actually think we may even be doing some work in Canada, possibly. And whether it's a field, I'm not joking. I've already seen that in my spirit. Like that's going to happen. We'll be out holding these things in the craziest locations. But God is going to send us. The Holy Spirit is going to lead us to these people that need to hear the gospel. And then we will also be able to train and equip the local church body through evangelism training, free evangelism training, and God willing, I'll share this one last thing. So I was praying about this mobile evangelism thing. It's pretty intense when you're, trusting God for some of these big things. We're still trusting God for normal needs to be met in our life, let alone, getting more stuff and more maintenance and more gas costs and all that stuff. And I was sitting there one day and I was praying. I was like, oh God, I don't know about, this and all these. It really makes things complicated. Faith's going to have to drive. And what if we have to take a loan? And are we supposed to buy it personally, with a loan and then trust you? Or is the ministry supposed to be doing this? And we feel like the ministry is supposed to be doing it. And as I'm sitting there complaining in my moment of like, whoa, I don't know, I see like this fleet of these vehicles. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this fire by night that the Lord gave us years ago, being able to go, being led as a pillar of smoke by day and fire by night, bringing his Shekinah glory, his fire to wherever he leads us, is not just going to be for us. It's not just going to be for our family. I believe what he's going to do is give us a model that could be reproduced and that as not only our kids grow, they'll be trained in how to do this, but the Lord's going to bring people into that, and then these units will just start going boop, 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 and then we'll be able to go wherever the Lord leads us. And so thank you guys. I tried to keep it not too long. I'm about the 15.5-minute mark, but love you guys so much. And I thank you. It's been a while since I've done a video, and minus the fact that I have gained some crazy winter weight that I have to start losing. I just wanted to show my face and thank each and every one of you for partnering with us. I know when I sent out we sent out a ton of mailers, and our family, all of us gathered around, minus my 2 older kids because they don't live with us. All of us gathered around and we put our hands on the letters. And I can tell you with sincerity, and maybe even you guys are seeing this now, the way the Lord is changing, like thank you notes that I sent out. I sincerely am praying, like, God, do you have a word for this person? Is there anything you want to share? But as I laid my hands, and it was, quite a few of these envelopes, I just thanked God for the people that he's brought into our lives. Not because, oh yeah, these people are partners or these people support us, but I was like, wow, I was looking at it even as we were filling out, printing the address labels and, stuffing envelopes and, putting labels on. It's like, wow, I remember when I met this person, or this person's been in my life since, So we're so grateful for every one of you that has stayed with us. You have supported us in so many ways. You've prayed for us. You've given us encouraging words when, we needed it. And we still need those encouraging words. We need that encouragement. We need to encourage each other so that we all can go out and do what God has called us to do. So thank you so much. Pray about it. See what the Lord speaks to your heart. And let's get ready, because I'm telling you, we're about to see some amazing things in America, and you can be part of it. You will share in that eternal fruit. And I know we're excited. The other day when I sat and Faith was practicing the guitar, and Avea comes up, grabs her piano, sets it down on the couch, and I sat there and listened to Faith and Avea singing, "You're worthy of it all." I just sat there and was just like, God, what an honor it is that we get to serve this Jesus. And not just that, we get to be a part of leading people to salvation, watching people get healed. I just watched a lady last night. I went to Rodney Christensen's. He had a small group, and watched the lady last night get touched and healed. And that we just get to be a part of this. So thank you for all of you that are behind us, that are supporting us. We love you sincerely. We pray for you, and we can't do this without you. So thank you so much, and God bless you.